day 2 of having 2 moons, which would be September 30th. I will say that not a lot happened. It was an eventful day without a lot of events to it. First thing to start off my day, my first real word sort of was when I went to work. I felt as though there was a sort of demand, and when I think about this further, perhaps right now, and in this current era or period of time, there is a high demand for those of the light, those laborers who want to go and work the harvest. There's the Jesus says that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Perhaps this is a sort of beginning of that. I don't know how to fully explain that, but my first thought when I went into work today was that there was a huge demand, not even from my managers asking me to do any work or anything, but it was from the customers, making me feel as though I was a very important part of the task force. All right, that was the first thing. All right, and another thing that came up, really, it was sort of just two things. For September 30th was there is a Bible verse, Philippians 4:7. It reads, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." I recite this Bible verse at least once every single day. It's very, very great to have written on your heart and in your mind and in your soul. Just because I understand that the enemy can sometimes fight really unfairly and knows which spots to hit at when it comes to your heart and your things that you've dealt with in the past. So if just having that peace, building that peace about certain things will have that sort of immediately, I may call it, and immediately for when things do pop into your mind, when thoughts that are hostile to the realization of Christ pop in, you know, it's very, very, it makes it a little bit easier having that Bible verse there and just having that written on your heart, to sort of just send that away, if that makes sense. Another verse to go with that is Psalm 119:71, and it reads, "It was good for me to be afflicted, so that I might learn your decrees." I'm understanding that the things that you've been through in the past, whether that be heartbreak, trauma, abuse, being used, being taken advantage of, being bullied, just being misunderstood, or being felt as though you've been left out. I don't know who I'm speaking to on that one, but I do feel that strongly. Um, they can teach you a lot of things, and a lot of times it's never about getting to the other side. It's just about walking through and just continue to walk, and understanding that happiness is different than joy, and having a joy that is from and through Jesus Christ is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, almost so beautiful that you're like, it was good that certain things happen to me. Now, I'm not downplaying anything that a person has been through, but it's just a beautiful sometimes the stories that can be written out. Just being able to really feel those heartfelt moments where you're like, okay, that was good. That's sort of a aspect that I realized today. Psalm 119 is really great. I would encourage anyone to go and read it. I was reading it back over myself, Yeah, 71. It was good for me to be afflicted so I might learn your decrees. The law from your mouth is more precious to me than thousands of pieces of silver and gold. Your hands made me and formed me. Give me understanding to learn your commands. That's beautiful. May those who fear you rejoice when they see me, for I have put my hope in your word. I know, Lord, that your laws are righteous and that in faithfulness you have afflicted me. I don't know what's up with my camera, but yeah, that's great. That's great. Like I said, day 2, September 30th, an eventful day, but not a lot of events. Really, just sort of. Um, I feel like just growing, just a lot of growing, just a lot of growing, and just discerning and continuing to grow. And so growing, rising. Uh, Sort of the same thing on that. This one's gonna be a little bit shorter because, like I said, not a lot was blown up or anything like that. But yeah, I figured I'd come and drop a couple Bible verses, tell you about joy. You know, the joy will eventually uh, um, surround your pain. I might have said that wrong, but that makes sense. Joy will overcome your pain every time. So continue to push on. Remember that Jesus is Lord, um, and that if you fully giving your life to Him, He will direct your path. But all right, that's all for today. As always, you already know, be you.